Assalamu alaikum, everybody. I'd like to talk today, as I'm stuck in traffic at the moment, talk about Ahmadiyyat, talk about some of the accusations the other Muslims, we are also Muslims, but other Muslims claim against Ahmadis, that, you know, we are not proper Muslims, we don't follow the proper sunnah of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and that, you know, we are possibly just agents working for the British or the Western Hemisphere, which is completely ridiculous accusation again. So firstly, I'm going to start with the accusation of us being agents of the British, and how in India we started because the British wanted to disunite Muslims. So number one, the person that we believe is the Mahdi, is the Messiah who has been prophesied to come, came about in India near the end of the British, near enough the end of the time of the British rule, right? So that claim is ridiculous. They needed Muslims to be disunited through Ahmadis, because at that point, we all know history, that Muslims were already completely disunited, and history tells us, in fact, that the attack of the Christians just before Hazrat Massih Mahdi claimed to be the Messiah and Mahdi was so incredibly strong that a vast majority of Muslims were now inclined towards Christianity. They hadn't converted, obviously conversion was taking place a lot, but with regards to the coming of Hazrat Massih Mahdi and with the literature that he began to distribute and write, this was halted. And there's this documented evidence that a lot of the Maulvis of the time, a lot of the ulama of the time stated that this man is actually a champion for Islam. He has opened up the truth of what Islam actually represents. This is all documented. So these Muslims that state that Ahmadis are seeds of the British Raj, and that we are there to disunite Muslims, complete fabrication. It makes no sense. We should have been about, initially at the start of the time of the when the British actually entered into India with the East Asian Company. This was at the time of the Mughals. The Mughals were still ruling the country. But it didn't happen then at all. So Muslims were already disunited. Ahmadiyyat came about through Hazrat Massih Mahdi, and actually the spread of Christianity was halted. Muslims are still disunited. I can't say that the unity of the Muslims was fixed, because they are still disunited because they refuse to believe in the promised Messiah. They refused in the prophecy. They refused to believe the prophecy of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that when the Messiah comes, believe in him, find him. When the Mahdi Messiah comes, find him, even if you have to walk over ice. Forget about ice. These people, Muslims at the time, wouldn't even get out of their house. This is the state of the spirituality of the Muslims that day and age. They were ready to be sold for, they had a price. If anybody and still, if you look at the Muslim countries, they have a price. If you want anything done illegally, immorally, you give money to these politicians, to these ulama, you will get it done. So this fact of this accusation, number one, I'm hoping that the brothers that are listening to this will realize It's ridiculous. Ahmadis are loyal to the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so much so that we actually represent the essence of the Sahabas, the way they were, the way they had love for the Holy Prophet, the way they were persecuted for the sake of the Holy Prophet. We represent that essence of the time of the Holy Prophet, which is again come about due to evil intentions, the evil that was prophesied that would inflame within Islam. So again, I'll continue with the other elements as well, but I wanted to clarify this specific accusation right now.